Afghanistan. I know this story. I was telling our producer, and I know this story very, very well because I remember the date. That's the 11th of September, 2001, when the
9/11.
When the attack happened in New York. That's 9/11, and George W. Bush was very clear that Afghanistan had to get out Osama because it was believed they were actually hiding. And his words were very specific that Afghanistan is going to pay the price. 20 years later, during the reign of the current president, Joe Biden, he said by the end of September that America would be leaving Afghanistan indefinitely, which literally has left Afghanistan now under the rule of the Taliban, who, the reason why you're seeing everybody running away is because they have their understanding of Sharia law and what is going to happen in Afghanistan includes things like, for example, you cannot walk around or wear t-shirt and jeans.
Yes.
Women are not allowed to go to school.
Yes.
We're talking about them taking women as slaves because that's what they consider as spoils of war.
Yeah.
We're also talking about things like photos and photographs and pictures and all those things on walls or billboards in shops, in barber shops. Those are considered illegal, and including reparations for themselves by prosecuting those who've worked or allies of the states from before, and also including those who've worked with a foreign coalition governments like the French or the Italians. And that's the reason why you're seen at the airport in Kabul. And the reason why also, again, it's filled with people is because the Taliban have closed every road border you can think about. They've closed them all up, and everybody's trying to run away from Afghanistan. And in that particular picture, it's a U.S. Air Force. The reason why everybody's trying to get in is because it was the last flight leaving Afghanistan. When you're told, enjoy this country, hey, I don't know how else I can explain
here we go again with another flight story, but there has been there's been a couple of things that I found interesting in this story, and people were talking about it online. One of them was Americans need to realize that by this globalization thing, every time globalization, this globalization thing, every time they go to the ballot, they are not voting for themselves. They are voting for the whole world. Like their decisions affect us directly.
Yes.
Another thing is the president of America, Joe Biden, said a very interesting thing, that it was self-defeating to try and defend people who, after 20 years trying to raise this nation to stand for itself, there was not even one person who was willing to stand against the Taliban after they've been left for just a couple of months. Like, it's been 20 years of training soldiers. Mark you, the Taliban occupied Afghanistan without firing a single shot. No one was killed. There was no attack, literal attack of people being shot and stuff. The president himself, after the Americans had left, he fled the country and went and spoke from another country. Yes. So it's been a very interesting kind of relationship, and now we realize the world has been made a global village where what's affecting you is affecting me. Finally, my culture class taught me that we should be very afraid or very restrained when we are trying to discuss other people's culture. When you try to see something as oppressing or not oppressing, it might be from your own side of the line. It might be your perspective. There are other outright human fundamental rights, but some other things, when it comes to culture, it becomes an issue of interpretation.
And Adimato, 30 seconds to go.
30 seconds. People online were castigating the men who were on that flight, saying, oh, why are you running? Why are you running? You should stay back and defend your country. My friend, the Taliban does not have a very good history. So when you realize that
you don't die as a man at
people say that, oh, why are there more men than women and children? No, see the
watu wanaongea hivyo na wakitaka kufika hapa Embakasi wanakimbilianga hivyo Embasava. Why are we behaving like this is a big deal? You know, we definitely also have to take a flight right about now and leave with our flight.
Talk.